camera. Sound? Good? Okay.
Yep.
So, who are you?
My name is Freddie Wong. I make YouTube videos, and I'm playing the IT guy today on an episode of Parked.
So, why'd you want to be a part of Parked?
So randomly, I ran into Siobhan at TIFF this year, and she was like, "Hey, come be a part of this." And I was like, "All right." And then she hit me up on Twitter, and that was like basically it. That was like she just asked like, "Oh, we'll be a part of this." I'm like, "Yeah, okay." I got buddies up in Vancouver. Sure, let's do it. So it just happened to work well with timing, and it looked like a fun web series. And it's nice to try and do a little more acting. I guess I'm not a very good actor, but I guess it's good to attempt it and ruin other people's web series with my horrible acting skills.
Well, you catch Tim in the scene. You catch Tim and Jen in a pretty embarrassing moment. Do you have any particularly embarrassing moments you want to share?
Let's see. Well, it's not embarrassing unless you don't own up to it, right? So if you own up to it, you're okay. Let's see. I'm embarrassed to admit I actually didn't know the capital of your country for a while. It's Ottawa, right?
It's correct.
Yeah, that took a while.
You thought it was...
I thought it was the Tim Hortons over on Robson. I thought you had president, right? You guys have that. Is that your president? Tim Horton?
President of Donut Land.
President Horton.
President Horton.
He's been reigning for years here. Yeah, I love his restaurants.
He's really good. Yeah. What do you enjoy about working on the web?
I think working on the web is sort of good and the bad, right? So on the bad side, a lot of people can approach it. There's a tendency to approach it as like budget TV, or kind of like, whatever, doesn't matter because it's on the web. But on the other hand, you have full creative freedom. You have full control of distribution. So as a creator, you have more freedom on the web than anywhere else. And for us and what we do, and I'm for this series as well, you're not constricted by other people's opinions or some executive producer saying, "Oh, you got to cut this or add this in." It's all about trying to tell the best story possible without compromise, and you can actually do that online.
Do you have a particular philosophy when it comes to accessible content? And what does that even mean to you?
Oh, so for web content, for us, it's all about making sure whatever you're making, the content fits the container. So if you have a 5-minute long concept or a 5-minute long like skit or scene, then it's a 5-minute long video. It doesn't help to try and stretch things out or compress things in. Too many people, I think, online try to be like, "Oh, it's online, it's gotta be short, it's gotta be fast." So they try and write a bunch of stuff and cram it into 2 minutes. And that doesn't work. The same way, something that's only a 2-minute long concept in a 10-minute long video, no one wants to watch that. They're just gonna skip right past it because it's taking too long to get to the point. So your content has to match the length that you put it in.
Do you think that the web is like people's approach to the way that they digest or view material on the web is changing based on better developed series and more accessibility, and even the fact that originally a few years ago people said it has to be 2 minutes. Nobody watching anything on the web wants to watch anything more than 2 minutes long.
Yeah, I think more diverse group of people are getting to online and spending more time on videos. A big part of that is places like Netflix and Hulu getting people used to watching longer form things online in front of a computer or in front of their smart TV. So as people get used to it and as people start to consume more and more of it, and I think move away a little bit from traditional television into a more sort of on-demand setting, then you're going to need more content, and that's kind of where these two things are intersecting right now, which is more people are looking for things online to watch, and they're maybe not necessarily filling up the entirety of their day, and more people are making things online, and so far it's like sort of these two things are moving in parallel.
What was your experience about finding your audience?
So the YouTube thing started as just us making what we wanted to make, and knowing that there was probably a niche out there, probably an audience that was going to find that, and we just put stuff out there, and over the process of continually doing that over the course of a few years was growing an audience sort of slowly and sort of methodically. So it wasn't like something that just like suddenly happened overnight. It was something where we're like, okay, this is kind of what we want to do, and this is what we want to make, and this is the audience we want to hit, and just it was a matter of just building and continually doing it for a few years of just work to build it up.
Well, hey man, thanks for being to be a part of this.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a lot of fun.
Awesome.